All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. My name is Resorty, and to you, one and all, I say hello, friends. How's it going? Good to have you here. Hope life is swell. No matter where you are in the whole wide world, things are swell here in Japan, where it is a kind of cool morning. We're just getting started into our fall, almost winter season, and the cold here is not nearly as cold in the US. And that makes me very, very, very happy. Sincerely. Hello, Game Merchant. How's it going? Future Proof, welcome. Hello, Fernanthus. Psychheart, it's a pleasure to see you here. Happy end of daylight savings time to you and to everybody in the US. Alan Page, hello. Axix, welcome. What's up, Gelly? What's up, Blue Link? Hello, Heights. Hello, Pepper. Hello, everybody. If I missed your name, I apologize, but it's good to be here with you for sure. It's been a good weekend. My weekend is over. Today's a teaching day. And I'm pretty excited for that. Also pretty excited to be back with you all. We take one day a week off here. It's my Sunday, and I always miss you. I always miss you all when I'm gone. But we're back now, and that is very good. Speaking of very good, Pepper MG, thank you for the continuing subscription. I sure do appreciate that a bunch. 60 whole months, that is 10 and 10 and 10, etc. And thank you. Hello, Axix. Thank you also for your generous resubscription for 63 months. That's like Pepper plus this. Thank you both very much for your ongoing support of the channel. So what do I have for you today as we get started? Thing number one, I made a slight modification to the audio settings again. The microphone is slightly different, but actually not in a way that I can tell if I listen to it myself. So, a decent portion of yesterday's yesterday's time off was spent on trying to modify the audio settings and like moving various sliders, pushing various buttons, turning knobs and dials, and it just makes no sense. It makes no sense. It is a black magic that I do not understand, and eventually I'll figure it out. Eventually I'll probably hire someone to help me talk through it. I've watched so many YouTube videos made by streamers who want their voice to be what it is not. And so a lot of them want like incredibly deep bass voice. Listen to me, viewers. I am your father. Right? It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, I don't know. Whichever way, it's not a big deal. I'm glad that you can hear the words I am making, but there's a little bit of like background noise I'm trying to deal with and some other stuff too. Future Proof asks, what is the version of the intro song we use? I think if you do !intro or !intro song, it'll give you a link. But it is the Sound Remedy remix of Noosa's Walk On By, I think. I think that's what it is. Hello, Klaus. Yes, the time change does mean earlier Resorty. Japan does not do any kind of daylight savings time. We're on the same clock all the way through. Hoping it's the case that the recent time change gives more of you more opportunity to watch. Of course, if that's the case, then it means when we go the other direction, you'll all disappear too. But yeah, it's a weird thing no longer experiencing daylight savings time. I think, like a lot of people, I think it's a thing of the past. I hope we get rid of it because, or not we, you all get rid of it because it's just confusing and definitely like we have indoor lighting now. I don't know. Anyway, here it's dark, pretty darn early most days, regardless. But yeah, I'm definitely someone who prefers being on one schedule all the way through. So that is that. What stories do I have for you this weekend? I collected a number of stories. We didn't do all that much this weekend because, as I mentioned, I had an exam on Friday, and so this weekend was largely consumed with just grading, about through half of my students. So one class has been fully graded. The other class will be fully graded hopefully by tomorrow, day after, we'll see. Normally, I do not talk about my students individually on stream, especially when it comes to grading their papers. But I've had a new experience, and so I'd like to share this new experience with you. It is about one of my students, but I'm feeling okay about it. So many of you know, on the class day before exam days, I hold a review session. And the review session always functions in exactly the same way, which is I go in and say, hey, it's your boy Resorty. What questions for me do you have? Right? And students will ask questions that they didn't quite get clear during the lecture or things they read they didn't understand. Like, I really enjoy doing this kind of review because the students have to offer their take and put in a little bit of effort. Not just me like saying this is on the exam, etc., etc. And you recall I said last week that a student came and asked like really general questions about this and that and the other thing, and was not really doing the right kind of questioning for a review session. Was much more just trying to suggest I should tell him exactly what's on the exam. And so I didn't do that. Right? I didn't do that. Yeah. However, his exam is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life, which is to say he has missed a whole bunch of class, and I've had this happen, right? Students miss a bunch of class because they believe they can do the work on their own, and so they will read at home, they'll come to the review session, get a clearer sense of what kind of topics on the exam, and then go home and read and study more. This student, for the first time in my life, did not do this, but instead just repeated back things I said during the review session. So his entire exam was using examples from the review session, quoting random things that were not related to the questions being asked, but that I definitely said on the Wednesday review session. Of course he did not do terribly well. I don't feel great about that, but it was weird, like reading back the exact words I had said, because instead of like generalizing out of what I said into go study this thing, he was convinced that the things I said must be the exact answer. And so I think he probably just wrote it all down and went home and read it aloud over and over again. So it was weird. It was like reading myself, but myself who doesn't know what I'm talking about. So, did he fail? Draw your own conclusions. It doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel great. Hopefully it passes the course, because like I said, the class I teach is required. You have to pass this class to graduate, no matter what your major is. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Today we're starting in on a new book. New book I'm very excited to teach, though I've never taught it before. It's written by a professor named Michael Sandel. He is professor of philosophy at Harvard. He's probably the most widely read contemporary political philosopher. This new book is called The Tyranny of Merit. It tries to look into how meritocracy works in our societies and the ways in which people believe that they do everything on their own when there's more complexity to the story. It's a really popular and accessible book, but anytime that I teach it, or anytime I think about teaching a brand new book, I always get a little nervous because I don't know what the students will care about. I don't know how well they'll respond to this book. But definitely next time we teach it'll go better, so we'll see. They have to take philosophy, so not exactly. At this school I don't teach in a philosophy department, I teach in a humanities department. And so there are a few humanities courses that everyone has to take as gen ed. However, because they got me for their humanities course, I teach it like a philosophy course, yes. I know some of my colleagues teach it instead as a history course, such as this figure was alive in this year. He had a bad relationship with his mother, right? This sort of thing. Psychologism through and through. Where I instead want teachers here's what they argued. Let's look at that argument. So I always tell the students on the first day that I have a particular take on all these things, and that if they are not interested in thinking through arguments, but instead just want to be told what the conclusion is, they should take someone else's class. And so far, in my first semester of teaching, no one has dropped at that point, but we'll see how it goes. With that said, despite the fact we're doing a new book today, we are not playing a new game today. Last week I said we were going to, right? Last week I said, when you log in on Monday, you'll see me playing Victoria 3, or Stardeus, or one of the other great games that has been recently recommended to me over on the Discord server. And it's just not true. I cannot tear myself away from the Rimworld base we're playing. It just seems really, really challenging to me to do anything else while I'm still thinking about Rimworld. I promise we won't play this game forever. Even though I'm sure somebody would love it if I would. It's being so much fun. It's being so much fun, and as you might recall, on Friday into Saturday, we recovered from a really awful disaster, and so today I feel like we're solidly in the mid game. We're probably going to be fighting the second mech boss either today or tomorrow, and yeah, so one more week of Rimworld, unless it all comes tumbling down. But soon we'll play another game, I promise. Hello, Birdface. How's it going? Hello, Beer Lover. Hello to you, Pesky. Hello to you, Spracknell. Spracknell, I sent you a message over on Discord. No hurries, no worries. Not a big thing, but we need a second. What's my position on determinism? I mean, I'm a pragmatist, right? So, though I think the arguments for determinism are probably convincing, I think it makes literally no difference to how we conduct our lives. So I want to be kind of deflationary about metaphysics and say what matters is the experience of choice we have and the structure of moral responsibility that we put on top of that. That's a very short answer to a very complex topic. Hello, Akol. How you doing today? All right. Two other topics I have for you for this weekend. Topic number one, I decided to go this weekend to grade on campus. Usually I grade at home on a desk here or upstairs maybe, because I like the peace and quiet. But this weekend, some students invited me to a couple things that were happening on campus, and I don't think they didn't believe I would show up, but I did. So the first thing was a Super Smash Brothers tournament, and I don't play Smash at all. The game seems really repetitive to me. The times I've played it, I'm very bad at it, because it involves knowing combos and like timings and other things that I'm far too old to do well. But it was so cool to watch. Which Smash was it? So they were on Switches. That's all I know, unfortunately. Yeah, they were playing on Nintendo Switches. Sorry, but it was really cool. Like they had a whole room at the campus turned into like the Smash Brothers zone. They had about 40 or so monitors set up around the room and people were gaming. They had a giant projection TV and they were broadcasting it on Twitch. And I may have played a little trick on them. So at one point they were like talking about how excited they were to have like 20 viewers. This is amazing. Isn't it great to have 20 viewers? And so I may have logged in on my partner account and just went in like, hey, awesome stream. Hope you guys are having a good day. And they went, oh, there's a partner in my chat? No, of course, it's not a big thing. I don't care even a little bit about being a partner. I mean, it's fine, it's good, blah, blah, blah. But for some streamers, the idea that a partner would deign visit them was pretty great. Now, these people do not know who I am as a person. They don't know I'm a streamer. They don't know I'm a professor. They know nothing. But they had a good day. That said, they are terrible casters. In two ways. They're very new at Twitch, so the first thing is, when nothing is happening in the game they're casting, they just kind of sit there. We'll have some more gaming real soon. And so that's a little awkward in the one portion. Number two, occasionally people would ask me in chat that was like really cool and interesting, and they'd respond to it. They'd say like, oh yeah, we're coming to you live from this university, and we have 5 more rounds today or whatever. But then occasionally they would use this opportunity to like try to hype themselves, I guess. And like, yo, follow me on Instagram. It's da-da-da-da-da. And I've got the best memes there. And like, it was just a little bit much. Now, I realized that my particular way of approaching the world of streaming is a little more mature and thoughtful and so on. But I cannot imagine watching a stream with a person like, too much energy. Too much energy. Anyway, that was fun. And a few of my students were competing in the Smash tournament. And yeah, they were very surprised to see me there. They were very glad to see me there. One awkward moment was a student came over at the exact same time I was grading his exam. And he tried to look at his grade. And I would not let him do that. It felt too weird. But he did pretty well. And actually, I learned during this event that one of the students at this school is in the top 100 of Smash players worldwide. And that's awesome. And he actually did not win the tournament, though. He came in second place. because some random Japanese guy that no one knew by name showed up and as an unseeded player won the entire thing. Now, the last match was incredibly close, but yeah, I was amazed to see a top 100 player lose to apparently a random. Now, that random may be quite good also, but yeah, top 100 player, crazy. At some point, I hope to talk with him about like how he got into Smash and how he's quite good at this, and is it just like a tremendous amount of practice, or does he think he has like some special advantage in terms of reflexes? Like I said, I don't really know enough about this game to have a strong opinion, but it was cool to see people playing apparently at a very high level. So that was that. Then the second event on Saturday on campus was a theater show, and it wasn't a standard theater show. The school has this club that does theater in 24 hours. So the club gets together at like 6 p.m. or something on Friday night, and they come up with a topic. And I don't know how they choose the topic, but they pick a topic, and then they break into 3 groups. And the 3 groups write 3 different little plays on the topic they've selected. And then this usually is done around midnight or 1 a.m. And they get together again, and then some of them are actors, some of them are like music designers, and some of them are props people. And between like 1 a.m. and 5 a.m., they start like memorizing their lines and constructing the props and building the sets and writing music and all this other stuff. And then they continue throughout the day working on these plays until 6 p.m. when they put the plays on. And so before the presentation began, they came up on stage and explained it, and it's amazing. They go from having, like, allegedly no idea what they're doing to having fully completed 3 little plays in the course of only a day. And they all made jokes about being exhausted because apparently they didn't sleep. But it was awesome. It gave me the feeling I often have on American college campuses, which is like the youth and creativity and exuberance that comes with the college experience. Like, for a lot of students, they're willing to give their all to their club activities because they just care that much about them. And for a lot of them, it's the last place they're going to be involved in theater or whatever. But yeah, it was really cool to see. Now, that said, midway through one of the plays, there was a scene where a woman got very, very sick, and her husband tried to care for her. I should say these are all comedies. They all play like clearly into humor. A woman got very, very sick, and her husband tried to care for her and couldn't help her out, and she's like suffering on the floor and writhing about. And the husband character stands up and yells, "Does anyone hear a doctor? Is there a doctor in the house?" And I, of course, have the moment of what I have on every airplane ride I was asking, like, of course I'm a doctor. I'll help you. What is the good, right? This sort of thing. But I don't do that because the show's not about me. I just sit there and I laugh, like, ha 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 ha. Of course, there's no doctor here in the room because we're all college students and professors and so on, staff members. And he calls it again. And then from on stage, he points in my general direction and says, I think I see a doctor. And he comes marching out into the audience and grabs me by the shoulder and says, "You're a doctor. I need your help." Now, I don't know for sure whether my students who were in this thing showed them a picture of me and so grabbed me, or if I was randomly selected. I'm pretty sure it was the former. He drags me on stage and jumps down on his wife, and I follow him. I realize in a moment that I am now on my knees on stage in front of a collection of campus people. All right, here we are, here we go. And I wasn't quite sure what he wanted from me, because he immediately said, "I need a scalpel." And of course, I don't have a scalpel on me. And so I'm like, okay, does he need me to, like, say, pantomimed, "Here's a scalpel, I got a scalpel"? Or does he want me to say, "I I have no scalpels. I'm not that kind of doctor, etc., etc. I went with the pantomime direction. I said, oh, here's a scalpel, right? And he played along with it. I was kind of expecting him to say, this is no scalpel, this is air, right? To make me look weird out of place. But yeah, he was happy with the pantomiming. He then asked for like a screwdriver, which again, why do you use that to help your sick wife? Who knows? And I gave him the imaginary screwdriver. And he went, this is a Phillips head. I need a flat head. And I began pantomime that, etc., etc. And it was fun. Like, it was very, very silly. It was not a sincere play at all, but it was nice to get involved and to have some jokes for sure. So yeah. After it was over, they gave me a little round of applause for being a good sport. So I will definitely be pulling my student aside after class today and saying, what was that? What do you think you're doing? But I do kind of wonder what would have happened if I'd played up my, what kind of doctor I am. And, if I played up that I didn't have the things they wanted, would it have thrown them off? Were they ready for that possibility also? Would they say, hey man, don't steal the show? Who knows? But it was fun. It was definitely a fun experience to have. Okay, last thing. After we were done with that, we decided to go to a pizza place we'd heard so much about. It's a slice pizza place where you pop one in and get a slice of very flat pizza. I think it's called like New York style maybe. And it's right by the school. Now, I've definitely been on campuses before that have this kind of thing. This kind of setup where they have very, very cheap pizza for the students. This was not that kind of place. So it looks like it. Like, it definitely is a really grungy looking place with like 1970s American music posters on the wall and big old like it's Miller time logos on the wall, etc., etc. And it looks like pretty cheap. But it ended up being the case that each slice of pizza was about 900 yen, which is $7 or so. And so I definitely had 2 slices before I realized how expensive they were. Because I was totally ready for like $2.50 or something, but a little pricier. The bigger issue was this. They had Pabst Blue Ribbon. Now, if you're not from the United States, you may not know, this is a beer that is brewed in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And it is a very, very low-tier beer. Like, it's not winning any beer awards. The Blue Ribbon is just for show. And most commonly, it is a beer that's favored by people who don't want to spend a lot of money on their drinking, which is fine. I definitely have had a lot of it back in grad school when I was making no money at all. But for old time's sake, right? For old time's sake, I said to myself, you know what? Sure. I should have a PBR. Just because I'm in the middle of Japan, how on earth is there PBR here? And so I ordered one, and he brought to me a little can, fine. I will now mention that in grad school, this beer cost $1, $1 to buy at the local bar. The beer here in Japan cost 1,000 yen, which is about $8 for a can. Now, $8 for a can of PBR is a bridge too far. Like, I know during grad school, I was in a very, very rural area that probably bought PBR in like tremendous crates full because there were so many college students. And this one, it's clearly an import beer. Oh no, not a tall boy, like a very standard like American style can. What's the word for that? Like a can of Coke. And yeah, it was pricey. So, it was nice. It was nice to experience a little taste of America. But yeah, having PBR as import beer is the weirdest thing in the world. And I'll probably not do that again. Though it's good for the story, right? I will always spend money on the weekend to bring you some fine stories. Though I probably should have taken some pictures to make the stories more engaging. That's how this goes. I feel like I had one more story for you, but I've totally forgotten what it was. So, yeah, I guess that's good for now. Maybe we'll have more stories later. But I think it's time for us to move into the Rimworld portion of the show. Oh, the one last thing I should mention. Is there's a new YouTube video. Thank you very much to all of you who have watched it, have engaged with it, have sent me nice little messages about it. It is not a well-edited video. It is a video I very quickly threw together from a whole bunch of little clips. Now, that said, if you already watched it, which I appreciate, and you left this the page before the end, maybe you go back and watch it again, or at least watch the end section, because there's a little secret I put there, and I realized only after posting it that there's no way anyone would know the secret's there, and the secret comes after the like blah blah blah, I'm Resorty, thanks for watching, blah blah blah. The kind where like I usually clear out of a video and say, I have no time for your link promotion. It's after that, and it's cute, so you might consider checking it again. But yeah, thank you for being so supportive of the YouTube adventure, the YouTube journey. I'm happy to report that in the last month, I have made $25. Now, we do not calculate that in terms of hours spent, because I'm fairly sure I've spent more than 25 hours on making YouTube content in the past month. So we're definitely down here in below minimum wage territory. But with that said, it lets me buy PBR, and that is great. So really thank you for helping me build the YouTube channel. I'm just enjoying making that kind of edited video to go along with the somewhat less polished stream content. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and pull up the old Rimworld and get some less polished stream content. Good seeing you, Howls. Red Wolf, how's it going? Mr. Board Games, welcome in. Anybody I've not said hi to, thanks for being here, really and sincerely. It does mean a lot that you choose to spend part of your Sunday or Monday or Saturday or whatever date is for you hanging out with me. Pood, thank you for the resub. Have a PBR on you. I can do that. I'll take a picture next time and I'll send it right to you. I'll have a little sheet of paper here. A little sheet of paper here that says, thanks, Pood, and I'll hold it up next to the PBR can. It will be very good, but thank you for your kind subscription. I really appreciate that. Klaus, it's true. It's true, Klaus. In case you don't want to watch the YouTube video, it ends with, for every like on the video, I will give Sasha, my gray and black cat, a pet. For a new subscriber, Fritz gets one too, and there are pictures of the cats, and isn't that fun? All right, welcome my friends to our ongoing mountain base. If you were not here on Saturday, you will not see the exciting recovery of this base. For a brief moment, I was pretty sure we were just going to lose everything. We had just raids everywhere. It was an absolute mess. It was terrible. We then had the Diablos fight. Like, we summoned Diablos to come fight us, and while Diablos was on the way, we had an infestation spawn in this room. And that was just not much fun. It was just not what I was hoping for. But right now, there is no combat happening. Right now, everything is under control. And so we're going to continue building up the base. The reason we summoned Diablos a second time is I wanted to be able to make this bandwidth pack, an item that gives Kelmar a whole bunch of free bandwidth. So we can use that free bandwidth to make a bunch more robots to strengthen the base. At some point today, probably before too terribly long, I want to talk about summoning the second boss. I'm not sure we'll actually get to that today, but I sure would like it a lot to do so. We just finished by making a copy of Kelmar's brain there, or mind, or whatever you want to call it. I want to use that to make my first ever Scyther. Having a proper melee on our team would be nice. The Scythers move very, very quickly, as opposed to my one meleeer right now, old big boy wherever he is. And I do want to make sure that we're not wasting energy on the part of our Militors. They just need to cuddle and sleep down here. It's all good. Though Doom Guy here is definitely in the way. Awesome. Yeah, we need to make sure he moves so we can make those more turrets. Should be good. Yeah, happy to report also that on 2 streams ago, we had this tremendous mess, absolute mess of pollution running throughout the entire base. And now it's mostly covered. And that makes me very, very happy. My hope is the next few days, we're able to completely and fully get rid of all of the waste. We're moving it deep into the mountain, into an area that's very, very cold. Cold enough, in fact, that infestations cannot spawn there. I'm considering chilling these rooms also, just to ensure we don't have any infestations up this way. We're also going to put coolers rather, inside this room here to ensure that our bandwidth nodes are not destroyed in a fight. Now, let's talk about the kids briefly. As you're probably aware, this base is one where we believe children are the future, so we need to treat them well and something. I don't know. Anyway, children of the future. And so we are bringing all the kids into the base to someday make them into robots. Currently we have 2 little friends. One is Zelion here, a 12-year-old, will very soon be an adult and be sent on their way. They're holding a Masterwork assault rifle. I'll probably force them to give that up before they leave us. Number 2, a child here named Dark Druid. Dark Druid joined us at age 7, I believe, is now age 9, and has paralytic abasia. Is unable to do anything, is just hanging out in that bed and eating all of my food for a very, very, very long time. Nonetheless, they are safe inside the base in a way they would not be outside. Now I want to say, Resorty, I thought you had 3 children, Resorty. I want to say I don't know what you're talking about. That child was safely released to the great wide open, where there's nothing but happiness for them. This unfortunately would be what is known as a lie. If you missed yesterday's stream or last stream, you missed what I want to call some absolute shenanigans, absolute nonsense. There's a pikeman out here, and I was trying to draw the pikeman in closer and closer and closer to fight. And the way I did that was by breaking line of sight, by moving all of my characters back into here, so that the troop would have to move forward. And then something happened. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think the other child had taken a little bit of damage, and I wanted to get him healed up. So I decided to go ahead and move the child from here into here. Now, the child got to this spot right here. You can see that's where they dropped their guns. They were in this spot right here. Somehow, a pikeman who was, again, outside of range of people standing here and shooting, way out here, shot a bullet that went through all this nonsense while it was raining, through the door, and killed the kid in a single shot. I don't know what the percentage chance that happening is, but I want to say it's absolute shenanigans. Absolute, complete shenanigans. Because goodness gracious, if you're through a door, like that's gotta count for something. But yeah, the kid was instantaneously killed and now lives in this sarcophagus here. Poor old Beer Music Gaming is no longer with us. And I feel bad about that. But not entirely bad. It was definitely misplay. Like, the clear thing we should do here is to move this door so that colonists don't need to expose themselves in order to get safely in the room. So I'm going to go ahead and reorganize this room, I guess. It seems like a pretty strong idea. And we'll make it look lovely before too terribly long. For now, though, we'll build a little door. Sure, right there's fine. Very, very silly, though. Very, very silly. Okay. What else are we working on? Like, there are definitely things I was wanting to do last time that I've totally forgotten about. One here is we should... Yeah, we're doing gestation loading. That's good. But I think Kelmar's having to go very, very far away to get the gestation loading items. Yeah, unfortunately it's the case that the steel we have is so... Oh man, I just clicked the little button in the bottom right-hand corner of my taskbar. The one that loads the desktop and closes literally everything else. 1 second while I open all my windows again. Is there a way to turn this button off? Like, it's very infrequent that I accidentally click it. But when I click it, it is so annoying. Alright, there we go. Windows all opened again. The problem with being a streamer. Random buttons to push. I think part of the problem is that I play the game in, what's it called? Like full screen, but you can click outside of it. Anyway. Oh no. Oh no. A 14-year-old. Wait, that's not a child. No. No problems. A 14-year-old named Ripley is calling from nearby. Too old. Were they 2 years younger, I'd accept them, but I believe in you. I believe in your ability to be self-determining, to fight off those enemies, and to survive and thrive. And maybe someday you'll have a child, and then they can come to us. But for now, nope. Nope. Are my hauler bots able to get out here? Yeah, the hauler bots are not locked down at all. That said, with 2 haulers, they're having to get stuff from fairly close by. Moved. So I think it'd be a really good idea to have a 3rd hauler. So let me go ahead and add that. We may end up with another clean sweeper also, our little cleaner friend. But having to have my colonists walk so darn far away. Are you doing it again, brother? Oh, gosh. No, 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 no. Let's go ahead and free this one first and hope the haulers get them. Yeah, it might be a good idea to have Kalmar haul as much as possible as opposed to just grabbing the bit he's grabbing each time. This was happening yesterday also. I want to say this may well be a bug. So Kalmar's made at least 2 trips all the way down to the steel area and all the way back. And yet there's only 32 steel loaded in here. So what is wrong with Kalmar? Like, he's definitely... Oh, is it really the scanning sickness? So I was going to say he should be able to carry quite a bit more. But his manipulation is lowered due to scanning sickness. What I'm going to do real quick is order him to haul, and we'll see how much he moves at a single time. Because my sense is it should be more than what he has moved. But I'm not sure. Hello, Quick Ben's, good seeing you. Mulp! Hello, Mulp. Thank you for the generous resub. It's good to see you, my friend. Hope life's been good. Hope everything's swell. Appreciate you being here. So construction bots are getting things from far away. Yeah, poor Kalmar here is walking across the entire map. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, thank you all for the generous resubs today. I really appreciate you folks deciding you want to support the stream monetarily. Also, holy cow, we're so close to the edge of the build space here. I did say yesterday I was considering cheating. I was considering using dev mode to fill in the wall if we were to dig out here. There's a similar spot up north, right over here, in which we cannot build to get rid of infestation. I'd like to, but we'll see if I'm a big cheater or if I just play the game the way it's meant to be played. So Kalmar's carrying 46 steel right now, and 46 is greater than 32. Now, has his consciousness improved just enough that he's able to carry a little bit more? I don't know. I'm really, really curious to see why exactly Kalmar's carrying so little each time. I might do some Rimworld science later and find out. Hey, Corey, how's it going? Okay. Noticing Kalmar's having a very bad day right now. I forced him to stay up for way too long, walking very, very far away. But he should get some sleep. He should catch up and feel a lot better. The youngster is sad there. That's still the one who's stuck in bed. Just can't help him at all. We get rid of the 9 here by taking him outside. I was asking yesterday if that's actually possible, and I suspect it is. So I'm going to go ahead and make a bed out of doors and carry the child there so they can enjoy the beauty of nature once more. Okay, we can mine these 2 and then still be able to build. Cool. Shaman merchant visit us. Hopefully they have some nice items. Anytime tribals visit, I'm a little unsure, but we'll see, we'll see. What's the difference here? So this Mega Spider is rotting. Mega Spider. This Mega Spider is desiccated. The desiccated means dried out. Do all rotting corpses eventually become desiccated now? Is desiccation a step on the path to being mere bone? Maybe. Maybe. I'm noticing there's a whole bunch of berries very close by. I'm going to mark these just for our agricultural bot to go grab. Hello, ducks. Hello, ducks. Desiccation now happens to everything. Okay, good to know. And we do see we have another agricultural bot I need to repair still. Good old McDonald. EI. Oh no. What is your hat made of, man? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There's a guy with like a bright blue hat. Here it is. It is made of synth thread. How on earth do you have a synth thread, you fancy tribal man? Also, visitor with a relationship. That's interesting. We'll get to that in 1 second. For now, I want to go and sell some excess little lambs. EIO. And the calf gets sold also. Hello, Slivers. How you doing? Late as you sleeve card for a new awesome board game. Very, very cool. I hope your board game's going well. As I've mentioned on stream previously, I had a friend who would regularly want to play card games with me, except he was convinced that all human hands, not just mine I swear, were nothing but repositories of oil and grease. And so even on the board games that were not special board games, he would put them all in really thick sleeves and then make us wear nitrile gloves. We had to wear these bright blue gloves as if we were auto mechanics or surgeons to play his games. I have never felt more disgusting than I felt in those moments. He was a weird guy. I mean, he is a weird guy. He is the person who is most excited that I'm in Japan right now because he wants to be here so badly, but it is kind of silly. All right, I'm going to keep the smoke leaf here. I'm probably going to go ahead and modify the drugs job or drugs restriction so that Kalmar can use the smoke leaf when he's feeling a little sad, a little blue perhaps. We'll keep the kitty cat, of course. That's fine. That's fine. And then Dark Druid's aunt is visiting. Hello! So here's something where I really, really wish there's a modification in Biotech. Because though it's the case you can now have substantial families by having characters engage in intercourse and make babies that way, or by instead growing them in a vat, we still have this sort of basic game situation where people are... That's the wrong one. People are of relation, and they just don't engage at all. Like, there should be some way where I can have Kalmar go out and say, like, hey, your nephew's here. Let's talk. Go meet your nephew. But instead, it's the only way it matters is, like, if we go kill this character, Dark Druid will be very, very sad that his aunt has died. And that's unfortunate. So I hope later in Biotech there'll be more filling out of what the family means. And I get that in the base game, it just is what it is, but I want family to mean so much more than it does in base game, unfortunately. A second group with really nothing. We could get a reinforced barrel on the path to making mortars. We haven't researched mortars yet. We also have no barrels. So yeah, let's go and buy at least one of those. I might go ahead and buy all three of them if I can get the money for it, but it's all the money right now. You agree on the family stuff? Yeah. I mean, I recognize that no game will be perfect, right? At no point will I ever find a game that does absolutely everything I want it to do. But if we could just be a little better on families, I think it would feel better for sure. I don't really want to sell any of this junk. I like all the junk. I will sell these cowboy hats, though. We still have a bunch of leather and such, so we can remake all the clothes. I was gonna say that'd be good practice for, what's his bucket? For Kalmar, but he's already at 20 in crafting, so it just doesn't matter. Hello, Brian! With mods, families can mean more? Yeah. I like mods a whole lot. Like, I think it's great that mods allow people to play the game they want to play, but I don't want mods' existence to ever be an excuse for the main game not being something it obviously should be. I think I want to say that, yeah, mods are great, but I still want to encourage the developers to make the obvious and good choices. There you go. That's my take on mods. We got some fancy mortars. So I swear we'll get back to research someday. I swear we will. Perhaps even today, though we are basically out of food again, so once more into Food World. We'll make some carnivorous food, but not lavish carnivorous. Instead, merely fine carnivorous food. Hey, XIXOI, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. Remove that ahead of simple meals. Make 20 or so. Pause at 5 or so. Oh, cool. Make sure Kalmar's actually on cooking. I know you want to sleep, brother man. Let's make one round of food first. Now, in-ray veggies here, they have been made out here, but have not been hauled in yet. So once again, we just need more haulerbots. And for that, we just need 25 steel packed inside, which has not been hauled here quite yet, unfortunately. That's enough for now. So much insect meat still. Yeah, we'll definitely get some kibble made sooner or later. Also, I'm going to go ahead and change this growing zone from hay grass to dandelions. I've seen consistently that the food of choice for animals appears to be dandelions. I don't know if they grow substantially faster with sufficient nutrition, or what exactly. Call the new Hollerbot girls. I ain't no Hollerbot. I ain't no Hollerbot girl. It's a little awkward to say, but I see where the joke is going, and I like where the joke is going. And so perhaps I will go to that joke as well. We'll see, we'll see. It's a beloved Kelmar. I do appreciate your cooking like a champ. Oh. Do tool chests improve the speed of cooking? No, they do improve the speed of butchering. We learned that on our 100 or 1,000 cat playthrough, where I need to butcher as fast as I possibly could, but does not help with the actual cooking, unfortunately. And I may suspend this in a moment. We can't have Kalmar just cooking. So little bot friends are in fact getting steel. I'm actually going to cancel this one. I'm so sorry. Poor little Tim is working as hard as he possibly can. And I've decided I'm going to go steal his steel. What a jerk I am. What an absolute jerk. Cool. I'm glad the bots have no feelings. If they had feelings, I'd feel pretty bad about that, to be A. This band node is still turned off. The entire reason for that is we have a bunch of free bandwidth still. But I don't know how much longer we will. Also, we're not allowed to make Diaboloses yet, correct? Yeah. Yeah, I think Diaboloses you can only make after you've beaten perhaps the second or third fellow. But I'd like to make a Scorcher also. And the reason for that is I think Scorchers would probably be ridiculously strong against infestations. So it'd be a good support for the base here. Okay, little big boy, or big boy. What work can you do? Like, I guess we could keep digging into the mountain, but if there is no more steel, which I'm relatively sure is the case, I don't quite know what to do. Oh, what's this? I forgot about this part. Apparently there's a defoliator on the map, and I remember saying quite directly that the defoliator is not a big deal because it's spawned in the far left bottom and our base is in the far right top. So we have a very long time until we have to deal with this. That said, it drops pollution. I didn't know that. Defoliation used to occur just by eating stuff. Now, I wonder if the pollution is only in this spot right here, or if it'll expand more and more and more around. But we should probably go fight this before too long. We looked at this before, and saw that there are 4 pikemen, 2 scorchers, a legionary, my first time seeing one of those, a tesseron, my first time seeing one of those, and a lancer. And I don't have any particularly strong feelings about how to fight this thing, to be honest. Like, I know that we need to get inside of range of the legionary to do any damage to it or to its friends who are nearby. Traditionally, I want to engage pikemen and such inside of melee combat, but I don't have enough meleeers. I have 1 scyther and 1 tunneler. We could use EMPs here profitably. Unfortunately, there's no way to throw EMPs with a robot, and that breaks my heart. So we'd have to have Kelmar throw things in, and I don't want him to die, so we probably shouldn't do that. Now, I think we'll use our horde of Militors to just provide a wall for Kelmar, but I think this fight might be a little bit crazy, and I'm not exactly sure we can actually win it, given my current team. So we'll build some more robots, and then we'll deal with that for sure. I'm looking, though, for other places where Big Boy can go dig, and I think, like I said, there just aren't that terribly many of them right now. Which, I mean, literally none. So, unfortunately, we're going to need to go ahead and just dig into the mountain. So, or we could send Big Boy outside to get this jade. There are 2 jade clusters here I've not done anything with, just because, what would I use it for? Art or selling, perhaps? We talked earlier about having something down here. I don't recall what it was. We'll go ahead and mine preemptively, just to see what we can find and what more we might want. Also, I do need to dig through here to put in some AC units. I'll go ahead and do the first portion of that. and then hold off on the rest until we definitely have the steel and such we need for doing so rather. Alright. Old McDonald coming along. Hello, Dragonborn. It's ripe for an infestation event? It is. We've had 2 of them so far with no substantial problems. Oh, also, I made this bet here. I want to take Dark Druid outside. Now, the only way to do that is unfortunately to throw him on the ground by making it for prisoners. There we go. And so Dark Druid should move him down to the outside bed. And he will hopefully lose his... Wait. He was definitely showing hasn't been outside recently. Oh, interesting. So while he's being carried, he loses trapped underground. Dear Tynan? Is this time for a bug report? It may in fact be time for a bug report on that. But he's down to cabin fever now. He's enjoying the rain. I probably should give him a roof, but that's okay. So trapped indoors. We'll then make this bed back into... Actually, we won't. This bed is poor quality, so I'm going to destroy it, and then take the better quality one inside. Alright, stuck indoors now. Yeah, so I wish there were any way to do learning on children who are stuck in bed, but we'll see. Hello, Sven Supreme. How's my Sunday going? My Sunday was yesterday's, in fact, Monday here. And I got to teach in an hour. Got to keep looking at that clock. But yeah, today's going well. Had a great weekend, had a lot of fun, and I'm very glad to be streaming with you fine folks again. Alright, you slept enough. Rise and shine. Break that, thanks. Now, for a very brief moment, we need to have you back on the ground again. Okay. So, Dark's on the floor. We want to redeploy this inside. I'm sorry, child. I'm so sorry. Alright, get that moved. And go save Dark Druid. Cool. Cool. Oh, take him here. I appreciate that. But actually, no. The inside bed's really well. Oh, no, thermal ground. Rest you again. Hello, Carlos. You like this jacket? May you ask from what material it's made? I appreciate the question, but really and truly and honestly, I have no idea. And I don't mean to be rude in that. Like, I just don't know. I'm just someone who is unaware of what materials are. Like, it feels like a kind of rough cloth, but I don't fully know what it is. It's 9:30 a.m. for me, Abernathy. It might be corduroy. It's not corduroy. I do have a corduroy suit, or a corduroy jacket, but it's over there. It's just... I'll ask Noms when she gets home. She knows more cloth words than I do. But yeah, like, rough cloth is all that comes to mind, unfortunately. Yeah, 9:30 a.m. here. I have my my breakfast, my coffee, my sit and talk with Noms. And then I come and stream each morning. Which is a very strange, like, pairing of things. Because I recognize that for most of you, you are winding down your day. You're getting ready to go to sleep. Or to work overnight shift. And then for me, just playing some video games. She knows more cloth words than I do. It's true. I talked about this on stream once before. But Noms and I did some sort of, like, gender stereotypes with words. Survey or quiz a while back, and it turned out that the words we both knew separately, like, there are lots of words we know commonly, but the words we both knew separately, for me were car things and sport things, and for her were fabric things and knitting things. Even though it's the case that, like, I'm not a car guy, I'm not a sports guy, and she does do, like, knitting, but she doesn't do clothes making. She still knew things like the word brocade. And, like, I know how to spell that word. I know what brocade means generally. It's, I think, like, how silk is occasionally used. I'm not sure exactly. But, like, she knew exactly what this meant, even though she isn't really into brocating. And that kind of highlights, like, the standard gender roles or gender norms in society, even though, again, I'm just not a sports guy. And yet I could explain, like, the offsides rule. And I could explain what a safety was in the context of football and so on. And that was kind of unexpected in some ways. But shouldn't be too terribly surprising. I got a quest called Huge Structure. If we make this huge structure, we get a person named Julio. Julio is 32 years old. Some really interesting passion there. Still good at social. So were this a normal playthrough, I would be head over heels, over the moon to have this character. Because Kelmar is still a 0 in social by comparison. But it's not that kind of playthrough, so we are good to go. Okay. Not that one. The other one called Drifters Desiring Resources. Oh no! Oh no! They found the secret cheat code. A group of travelers, including a child, are approaching looking for help. The travelers are begging for only 70 herbal medicine, sir. They need the medicine to attempt a life-saving operation on a fellow traveler. They're just gonna stuff his entire chest cavity with herbs. Yeah, I suspect it's the case that these resource requests are based on a percentage of what the player has available. I'm not certain on that, but I'm guessing we have more than 70, and so they want that. Yeah, we have 92, so we'll still have some left over. We'll still have our medicines here also. So, all right. Because you have a child, where are you? Video game? Oh, there they are. They're inside Fort Awesome. No, you're not welcome here. I'll still give you my junk, but unacceptable. All right, here comes all the medicine. How much would we carry at a time? It'd be like 3 loads of medicine. And I am curious, do we ever get anything for helping these? I mean, we get a good feeling, right? We get a bit of a smile that suggests, like, we did the right thing. But I know for refugee events, where people come and live at your base for a while, you can get really cool items later in appreciation for helping them. But when it comes to just like random beggars, I'm not sure you get anything, honestly. All right, steel continues to be over here. Still got about 300. I see I'm basically out of components. Gonna need to make some more of those fairly soon. If you get things back, it's not charity. Whoa. Who said anything about charity? No, I remember I had a professor in grad school who would just like hammer on once a semester or so about how charity in the contemporary world is terrible. What Caritas means is giving not from your excess, but from your need. And so people who like give $10 when they make $1,000 an hour are monsters, because it's not really charity. They should be giving until they're poor. I was like, let's slow our roll, dude. Let's not let the perfect be the enemy of the better. But he was an old Catholic priest, and like it was Jesuit through and through, and so that's a very, very strong moral takes on things, and I found that charming, of course. All right, the hay shouldn't be living out here. I'm not quite sure why it is. So we want to say no hay allowed. And we want to say that kibble can be made just with hay, not with veggies for now. Good morning, Kelmar. I know it's 2 a.m., but that hay goes bad in 2 hours. Let's see if we can get it all used up before then. Oh, other possibility would just be hauled inside, right? Like, that would also keep it from having it go bad. So I'll make that a little bit more important, which I mean critically important, then have hay get moved. With 0.7 hours to go. Oh, I got inside. USA, etc. Oh, wow. Some went bad still. Oh, some bad up here. Kelmar hadn't moved the entire pile, only a portion of it. And that's just fine. So insect meat and hay grass are all that we allow here. So kibble get made, only we have excess bits of it, like so. It gets moved down here. I'm noticing there are a lot of walls that need to be repaired throughout the base. I might order Kelmar to help with that in a bit here, but we'll see. Hey Jester, your first mech game to bust. You didn't have enough plastic to make a tunneler. Yeah, I believe on this playthrough, what we've done is bought plasteel pretty early, so we can make our one tunneler. Because yeah, Kelmar began at like 3 mining maybe, so all we had mined before tunneler came along was to probably here, maybe to here. All of this is the tunneler's work. It is a little absurd how much the tunneler can dig. Oh, friends, happy birthday, Dark Druid SS. His learning level is 0. Absolutely 0. Unfortunately, because I can't help him while he's stuck in bed. So, Dark Druid has reached the biological age of 10 and has experienced a growth moment. He's failed to develop any new passions and has little enthusiasm for the next few weeks. He's only interested in playing craps. Like, honestly, why can't he play dice in bed and feel better about himself? Alright, he's bloodlusty. It's the one thing we can get. There we go. Male age 10, 8, the 8 in brackets. So all characters have 2 ages. One age is how long they've existed, and then one age is how long they've been conscious in the world. And I don't know which number's which. It must be the case that 10 is how long they've existed, and 8 is how long they've been out and about. The other 2 years have been in cryosleep. Now, is that true? That's not true. So this shouldn't be possible, actually. Yeah, I think the number is usually, first, how long they've experienced. Second, how much time has gone by since their initial arrival on the scene. So this Kelmar's been 100 years in cryosleep. Dark Druid should be non-possible, I think. Unless he's a time machine. Alright. More and more of you. I think eventually, when I say eventually, I'm not quite sure when, but eventually, I'm going to mine out all of this in hopes of finding more steel. Oh, maybe growth bats. Okay, yeah, I haven't made any growth bats yet, so I don't quite know how those count. But I think that would be definitely a way of solving the confusion I'm having. Hey, CD Robo, good seeing you. You're playing some Kerbal Space Program? Awesome. Did Kerbal Space Program 2 come out yet? I know it was a game that was announced at some point, I think. As you might be aware, I'm very, very bad at Kerbal, but it's a game I have great affection for. It is very, very funny, very, very silly. It's next year. Okay, cool. Oh, speaking of release dates, you may have seen Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress is a game that is coming out in December. That's next month. How are we ever going to play all of these games? So I'm definitely playing Dwarf Fortress on stream. I'm so excited to give it a go. But it's going to be, unfortunately, a little while before we can get to that. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and move these traps forward. I moved them forward earlier in some sort of like panicked moment. But the panic is now done, so we can just drop them here and save a little bit of steel. Like, how where you go, man? Well, that's weird. You went in a big old circle there to get to here. No door is forbidden, so that's slightly strange. Fine, though. Did new Hollerbot get made yet? Looks like yes. So I need your assistance, friends, in choosing a name. Okay, never mind. It hasn't been made yet. I think we resurrected a mech, and I confused that with making the new lifter, so hopefully. I think making that's actually a high priority, so I'm probably going to order Kelmar to go get all this. In the morning, Kelmar, please get to work on. What am I missing? I'm missing another one of these cores. Okay. So I want to go ahead and have at least one of these always ready. We don't have a pause order. You'll hit 0 every time, just remake it. Good. Hoping at some point soon, we can get crafting bots that will do the work for us of making more robots and other useful items. But for that, I'm going to need more steel, and for more steel, I need to have deep mining, and for deep mining, the tunneler can't do a darn thing. The cursed tunneler just stares at the deep drill and doesn't know how to use it. Hey, Neff, why is the time-traveling 10-year-old bedbound? He has paralytic abasia. He spawned with 40 days of paralysis. He can't do a gosh darn thing. Yeah, it's one of those things that just ticks by very, very slowly. A neurological condition that makes a person unable to walk. So we've cared for them the whole time, but he's just stuck. Just stuck. Okay, I think I'm going to kick Zelion down here for right now. It's supposed to be a hospital. That's what I'm going to do. I was going to put a hospital over here. So I have an internal hospital and external hospital. So I will keep this as a hospital and then move the bedroom stuff. Well, we can leave the hospital, these items here for a hospital. And yeah, I'd like to make this into a proper hospital eventually, as well as this room. We're in the process of researching hospital beds. Once this next robot is made, I swear, we will get back to research. Big boy, I guess we're going to continue digging this way. So we put one of these every 5 or so. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually 6 or so, which is excessive. We don't need all these, but they look swell to me. We get those built and then dig here. We can dig down to 7, I believe, and it'll be supported by this section. And the same there. I think as long as we don't remove this, we'll be fine. Or perhaps Big Boy will get crushed real soon. Gosh, go fast. Gotta love it. Your dad's been a couple years in bed as a child. Yeah, I know that there's some like sickly children in the real world also. It's just a really, really sad thing, of course. Where are you going, Kelmar? Loading a gestation. All right, this should be the lifter for sure. I said it a number of times. I swear it's true. Hey, Colin, you fought Diablos twice and the next boss once. A standard kill box makes the fight super easy. I'm trying not to have a kill box this time. I'm trying to say like an open fighting area. Though I have said a few times I want to smooth this down. Oh, this is the thing Big Boy can be doing for us, is just, yeah, mining out the little bit of excess. Yeah, I don't want to have like an enclosed kill box, but I'm okay with smoothing it to the point where they don't have little nubbins to hide inside. Go ahead and do that. And I'll probably just fill that in, most likely. Okay. Yeah, I do understand, especially with Diablos, how a standard kill box would help. The problem is always like pikemen standing at long distance and picking you off. Kelmar is a sniper rifle, I believe. Yeah, so he'll be able to potentially shoot mechs at great distance, but I don't want to use Kelmar that way, of course. That's much nicer. And then I don't believe anyone can stand back here and fire on our colonists. I might be wrong about that, but we'll see. This room is still so like dark and sad. How's our power production right now? 2,000 excess right now. We do have 3 geothermals, and a 4th one's in position here. We'll, again, get made at some point, I swear. We just need more steel. Big Boy has nothing more to make right now, so I'm just going to turn him off. And he'll drop on the floor right there. Eventually we'll turn him back online, but for the moment, we don't need that. Good morning, Kelmar. Making more components. All right, look, the lifter's online. Awesome. Awesome. So we need a name for a 3rd lifting robot pretty soon here. Yeah, it's going to be good. And I also need a name for a scyther. If you have any good suggestions for either one, please do let me know. I'm always looking for funny names or appropriate names. Like, the scyther Mr. Snippy comes to mind. And the lifter, I don't know, something to do with, like, ice ballet, ice dancing. Because I often see, like, the moment where the male partner traditionally picks the female up and they spin about. I always think of that moment, how does anyone have that kind of strength? I could never do that, but it's kind of amazing. Call it Gash, the scyther? Gash. But isn't it... Has a gash like a big rip open. Yeah, it might be good. Might be good. Oh, Trampod crash. I apologize. I missed that entirely. Hello, Poe. Poe doesn't need any help. Poe's up and going on their own. So, if this had been a child, if this were someone that we would want in the base, I would send a Collins out to hit them in the head to save them. It's like surgery, right? The doctor cuts you open and hurts you, but it's for your own good. Surely. Alright, Kelmar, what are we doing? I'm gonna take Kelmar off of smithing now. Make sure we have some stones. Do we? Yeah. Oh, Zillian's making stones. In that case, I'm gonna have Kelmar just return to research. Doing a job on hauling? Kelmar shouldn't be hauling. He should be researching. What am I missing? It's offline. That definitely explains it. Try again, boss. We do need more components to fix that heater. We have none right now. Fine. Kelmar, what are you doing? You're hauling again. Redrafting there in that case. It takes a brief moment before things reconnect to the power grid. That's what happened there. Remember we could take blades off Scythers? The good old days. Yeah, once upon a time, one of the best melee weapons in the game was a Scyther's claw. Now, I was just thinking yesterday while making a new YouTube video about the way in which you used to be able to use animals as like defensive walls to force enemies into close range combat and to keep your colonists all safe. It was absolutely overpowered and super cheesy, but I had fun. A Mad Doe! Hello there! The Mad Doe immediately walked into a trap. I'm going to go ahead and do the thing that I talked about on the YouTube video. I can almost guarantee this is not a long-term intended mechanic, but we'll see. So we're going to call Shoot. And we're going to make Shoot zone right here. We're going to take all 3 of these mechs and move them to the Shoot zone. And from the Shoot zone, they should be able to, as the phrase goes, shoot. Albert can't quite see from there. There you go. There you go. Like I said, I think they don't want us to be able to do that because it really does undermine one of the key limitations of mechs in this game. Oh, look there. You've been sitting your military the zone and bring them back up the same way? Yeah. When I realized that on stream a couple days ago, I was frankly amazed that it was still in the game. We'll see. Maybe it's meant to be a way to have a little bit of clever fun for those who know how to use zones. Do you have a weird zone somewhere? Ah, there it is. Okay. Move you over also. I guess insofar as like it trivializes a clear mechanic, I'm not sure. You guys have a recharger out there? Yeah, we could definitely do that. As of right now, I trust the recharging. Someone should make a YouTube video about that. I think someone should. I'll get right on that yesterday. So actually, that is the very first YouTube video I've ever made in a single day. I had the idea for it in the morning. I sat down and wrote the script, and then very quickly got it done. And I'm proud of that, because it usually takes me multiple days to make more and more. Well, that trick, couldn't you keep his mech to a home zone? Oh yeah, absolutely. They will patrol on their own if you keep them powered up. But the particular reason I like it is because you can get them exactly where you want them to go. Joe Dumb, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. And now, our very first Scyther ever. Name the Scyther Pikachu. That's a reference to my Halloween extravaganza where I called all of my students' costumes Pikachu. I like the idea of calling it calling it Gash. We'll go with that. Thank you for the excellent suggestion. And I probably need more than just one Scyther. But for right now, I'm going to dump it over here. And the reason for that is that there is no one doing melee over this way. Move you into group 2. Cool. Now, I don't think there's a way for us to consistently make a subcore of the middle level. Oh, Daniel, you're absolutely right. I forgot about that. I was thinking of the word gash as like a deep wound, as opposed to the other thing it means, but will call me a naive American. I don't know what you're talking about. It's just not the first thing that comes to mind for me, for sure. Alright, Kalmar's making more food. I'm gonna go ahead and resuspend the fine meals. We have plenty of foods after this one. Wait, Psych, are we tricking me? I always think like viewers are on Team Resorty. Oh well. Oh well, what's done is done. The name is what it is. We'll never refer to it directly by name. You're serious you don't? Oh, okay, okay. You can probably like Urban Dictionary and figure it out. It's British, I believe, in particular. Though maybe Commonwealth in general, I'm not sure. I was saying before I wanted to change the drug assignment so that Kalmar only uses smoke leaf when he's bummed out. Let's go ahead and do that now. Assignment, the drugs. Instead of recreation, it's only when you're sufficiently sad. Wait, how do we do that? Yeah, only below mood. There it is. So on schedule, if you're, we'll say below 50. Come on. 49, oh boy. I don't know why this matters to me, but gosh, it matters. There we go. Very good. Recreation, whatever. And let's say you won't carry any, because it's weird to carry drugs around and then say you can only use it if you're big sad. If you're below 420%, that's good. I could do below 42%. It'll all be a good joke. All right. Welcome, new lift bot. I do want to call it Do You Even? Bro? Oh, it's too long. There we go. And it's getting the waste it produced moved in. Awesome. Hope that will help us to get the hauling all finally done. These have been built so we can now expand again. Also, bulk good trader. Sounds like a good opportunity for buying and selling things we care about. Hello. Though again, tribals. Yeah, we keep getting tribal visitors as opposed to ones who are of our tech level. Is my non-grant stockpile full? Still not quite yet. There's a gigantic pile of more and more marble. Next thing I want to make is one of those scorchers. So for that, I need another one of these. And we'll go say hi real quick. Hello. All my turrets are fully... No, they're not all fully repaired. Also, I'm going to mine out this corner a little bit. Because that turret's not been working as well as I want it to. We have no baby animals right now. We have a decent amount of corn. I guess I'll even sell all of that? Yeah, I guess all of that. We still have plenty of potatoes and such. Yeah, no components at all, unfortunately. A lot of cloth, a lot of cloth. So I think this group will primarily be to give us money to buy from other people in the future. And any of these very small piles of cloth we don't need. So much sheep wool. And eventually need to make some more clothing, but at that point we are just about through all of their money. And sell 50 of that. 45. Perfect. And they have nothing I want, unfortunately. So that's that. Thank you for your time. Hey, repairing is finally happening. I'm gonna have Kelmar go ahead and grab this and move it. Anytime I see a little waste pack sitting around, I worry the haulers won't get to it before there are problems. Hey, this pollution pump is fully and totally cleared this section. Also, we still have to deal with Big Boy down here. At some point, we gotta go fight that thing. And I do worry as soon as we fight it, there'll be another raid on the map, thanks to our good friend Randy Random. The anima tree has died. Alright, so the anima tree is just defoliated. Anima scream. Such a pain in my head when the tree died. It keeps echoing. Very sad. Very, very sad. I let that tree die. I think when... Yeah, I think when the base is over, I might use Druid to go fight for us. We need to fight it. We could leave it forever, then a psychic ship won't drop. Maybe I'm wrong, but I assume that eventually it'll expand to the point of eating all of my crops. And maybe that's fine. Like, we could just be meat-based then. Oh, could we do hydroponics? I actually don't know how defoliation and mountains work together. Like, if I just do hydroponic rice, it's stopped expanding for 100 tiles. I had no idea. Oh, it is pumping out pollution. Yeah, it definitely is not limited on pollution the way I thought it would be. Like, initially just this part. So I feel bad about more pollution coming around, so we will go fight it. Very well. Hello, buddies. Do you have any components? I sure do like components. Okay. They do. Only 2, but they do. Got plenty of medicine. Sell them more ambrosia, but to buy what, I'm not sure. Someday jump packs. Slave collar, that's weird. I think we're good. Okay, we talked before about this thing not being needed anymore. So I want to make sure that all... Nope, it's not. I was going to say I want to make sure that all of the... Oh, it is. Never mind. This part right here is undercovered barely. Then this one goes deep into there. That part's covered there. So yeah, I believe all the pollution is being grabbed. So we can go ahead and remove this pollution pump and put it into storage for now. And then we'll move it down here eventually. Trigger this while they're a caravan and run back. So mechs leash to their ship part after a certain distance. And so you have to instead like attack them while the trade caravan's walking by. And I've had some trouble with that before, where the trade caravan will continue ignoring them and just leave the map. So we will fight them down here, it's just a matter of getting set up for it. And that'll be lovely. So, I'm going to make a bit of a granite wall structure here. I am going to need Kelmar to fight, unfortunately. Also like to destroy this thing. I don't know if destroying this will set off the frame, though. I know building nearby will. Not the frame, the ship part. It's fine, we'll leave it. We then want to have little spots open for Kelmar, probably at maximum distance, actually. I was going to say maximum distance, but we need to make sure that Kelmar can control mechs around it. So maybe all the way down here, in fact. Does pollution continue to spread when the source is gone? I don't think so. I'm fairly sure it doesn't, because we've had this one here for quite a while, and nothing has grown past this point. And I remember it was that point when we first built this. So I think no, pollution only expands when there's something that's causing it to expand. In this case, the ship part down here. Now we could use mortars to beat the dickens out of this thing, but we'll see. Kelmar, so close on hospital beds. I feel like you're researching more slowly than before. Is that true? No, you're going real fast like Sonic, so I guess that's that. Okay. What is Zelion doing? And why is it not working? Oh, you're cleaning. We actually don't need you to clean anymore, my friend. Let's have you go ahead and stop with the cleaning and get back to endless crafting. Hey, Daniel, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Slowly draining Bezos' wallet into mine. Oh, bit by bit, my friend, bit by bit. Thank you for using your Prime sub here. Of all the channels you could use it, you picked mine. And that sure does mean the whole wide world to me. Oh, we gotta make sure that the kid does not try to make things here. Yeah, he's not going to. Also, I think components at a low level, at 8 there, you gotta have much better crafting than Zelyons. Hey, Mr. Bleeze! It's good seeing you today also. Man, so many people stopping by and dropping those subscriptions and resubscriptions today. I appreciate that, please. It's good seeing you. Life on the Rim is going very, very well. Having a lot of fun with the mech playthrough. Got hospital beds now. As I've researched this, I just now remember that these can only be made of steel, I think. The thing we don't have much of, steel. So, with that in mind, we want to go ahead and make deep drilling next. We already have it. We just need to get to work on making deep drilling. Fine. So, what comes next then? Like, what do I actually care about? Like, making better medicine would be good, though we have plenty of advanced medicine currently. Nothing especially necessary here. Carpets are nice. Maybe carpets at some point. Blue Mindbend carpet. Whoa, I feel my mind expanding, comma man. Gosh, so many colors. I don't know how to think about this many colors, frankly. Absolutely no idea. I'm not going to unlock it just because it's too many possibilities for me. We're going to do biofuel refining. We talked about this earlier. With a lot of extra veggies, we can definitely go ahead and use the biofuel. Hey, Perish Softly. Thanks for the raid. How was your stream? Good seeing you, Perish. Hope you had a lot of fun streaming. Hopefully, life is good for you. Big Boy's not mining here because I turned him off. So you return to work. Also, these random animals here are not friendly animals. They're just here to eat my food. Little raccoon infestation in the middle here. So let's go deal with that lickety-split. Is it Riz Mountain Base? It is. Yeah, the playthrough is that Lord Kelmar has run away from humanity, is building his Skull Crusher Mountain. And it's going well. Having a lot of fun with it for sure. Please don't accidentally shoot the mechs. Hey, good job. A rat there too. Hey, good job. Another raccoon's up here, I think. But I'm not seeing it anymore. Maybe it knows good for it and went away. Oh, there it is. That's a bun rabbit, actually. Yeah, I tend not to do mountain bases, but having a lot of fun with this one for sure. Last one you watched was Caravan playthrough. That was so much fun also. Yeah, I've been enjoying coming up with different playthroughs recently on the old Rimworld here. I think that metal is the issue. So Kalmar can go make, is it one more component? Yeah, there are 2 more actually. And we need 3 more scan. I'd probably have to take apart these traps. Just have enough steel to make a deep drill. Oh, shoot. There used to be a deep scanner thing, a find the metal on the map thing here. It got destroyed by pig people. I totally missed that. We need a bunch more metal to make a new one of those. Oh, no. Oh, no. Where is it? Ground penetrating scanner. I'll put it a little deeper instead. Daniel asks if I've ever done a group of raiders raiding playthrough. No, I've not. I know it's an ideology in the game. I've been aware of it, but I know very, very little about any playthrough style that's not just hiding inside of the base. Parachute won with the built ship victory recently. Congratulations! Yeah, it's definitely a substantial endeavor now to win by building the ship. We're back in the quote-unquote good old days. It was just a matter of building the ship and pushing a button. And, now, not so much. Hello, Grok. Did I get my absentee ballot sent off? Of course I did. I couldn't fully well teach political philosophy without voting, right? Unfortunately, my last address in the United States is in the state of Nebraska. Nebraska does not have competitive elections. And its electoral votes are largely predetermined for presidential years. So I don't want to say my vote does not count, but my vote does not count. Really and sincerely, it just does not matter. How much bandwidth do they have free still? Yeah, still a few more. I don't actually need this Scorcher for fighting the mechs. It'd in fact be absolutely useless. So additional combat mechs would be good. Maybe another pikeman. I mean, honestly, the thing I think I need is melee. Because what I'm most concerned about is either having all the pikemen firing wildly onto Kelmar here, or I'm deeply concerned about... yeah, I think that's really it. I'm just concerned about the ranged mechs killing Kelmar. So being able to lock them down with melee would be just absolutely huge. So another Scyther, or possibly another Tunneler. I don't even know how Scythers fight against mechs. I've never seen it before. Oh boy, exhaustion. Did I order Kelmar to endlessly work? I may have. Roger's Twitch! Good to have you here. Welcome to Resorty's Twitch. Yeah, I think I ordered Kelmar to work forever, and it was knocking out those components long term there. The scanner's ready to go also. In the morning we'll have Kelmar go create another mine for himself to get a Scyther made instead. Awesome. Got a quest called Edward's Hives. A 4-year-old child! No! Alright, we gotta accept it. A 4-year-old child named Edward is calling from nearby. He says he poisoned an underground insect colony, but now he is soaked in insect pheromones and the bugs, they are hunting him. He begs for safety and offers to join us at the capacity of capacitors. If we accept, 6 hives will show up in 2 days. He's too frantic to offer any more information. Before I accept that, I want to see what's infestable that's not inside my base. I still have not cooled this room, so if they spawn in here, I'll feel real bad about myself. But what is infestable that is not inside a base? Okay. This is how it ends, possibly. My affection for the children is far too strong. As I believe the only area that's infestable is in the northwest. Right here is. This would be so unbelievably awkward. Yeah, that'd be real unfortunate just because proximity to this nonsense. Oh, except... So something that Biotech added that I'm not sure is fully intended is mechs hate bugs. And that's like supported by the lore of the game, right? The mechs were made to fight the bugs, or the bugs were made to fight the mechs. Like, there's some connection between the two factions. The part the thing is not intended is someone on Reddit was saying that mechs will prefer to attack insects. Even if the insects are in passive mode, and you've shot them, they will still turn and attack the insects. Now, I'm curious how that works, but this could be kind of interesting. So there's there. I think that might be all of it. Yes. Oh, also, this area, which I just can't fix without using dev mode. All right. We got 2 days to sort this out. Welcome, Edward. Another fine child in this lovely, lovely base. And we don't have a bedroom for him, per se. So we'll be converting our hospital once more into a bedroom for him. And I'll invite Kelmar to come down and, after sleeping. It's good. Flash storm, the world's been hit by fire. It's unfortunate. And welcome, Edward! Link from infestation. Huh. So he's soaked in pheromones. Can I make Edward stand somewhere and the insects will spawn where he is? Or does this just mean they're going to attack the base because he's there? It'd be really cool if I could determine where it goes based on where I put him. Hello, child. What kind of child are you? Well, number one, you are 4 years old, so you have no meaningful stats at all. Luckily, you're in good health condition. You need a new name, though. Pepper MG, thank you for the resub today. I do appreciate that. Pepper Mga, I'll take good care of you. I swear, I swear. And put them clothes on. Awesome. Pepper MG, the child. I also assume it's just flavor text. I assume it is. But I'm going to go put them... Oh, we already haul and stuff. Thanks, little buddy. I'm going to go put them in one of the rooms over here, I think. Possibly here would be fine. They might eat the child's corpse, but, you know. This room's, in fact, not half bad. You know the lore behind the mountain base? What about the kids? I think if you do exclamation playthrough... Yeah, the exclamation playthrough, you'll get a little synopsis of why is this base what it is. If you have any questions after reading that, I'll be happy to answer, but... We have thought through every element of this playthrough story. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I build again or dig again? Oh, except. Big Boy is so slow that I want him to be in a central area here. And actually put him to sleep just to make sure he's available. Are all the colonists in the base right now? No. Pepper, you gotta go. You gotta go into Playpen and stay safe. I want to have Kelmar go scan himself, but if he does that, he will be unwell, and we don't want that at all. Oh, they said 2 days, didn't they? Yeah, 2 days till the raid comes. We'll see. For this, we need to have 150 steel, 4 components, and 1 advanced component. We do have the advanced component, thankfully, but past that I'm a little less sure. Well, we're going to have Kelmar get up and start smushing some steel. Yeah, I guess once we fought the mechs down here, we'll have probably enough steel to make a good effort at getting deep drill made. Put a door here also, just in case. Hey Drew, how's it going? Happy Sunday or Monday. Happy Sunday, Monday, everybody. Granite doors open and close so slowly. There are no mechs here that shoot fire other than the Burninator dudes. Never mind. There definitely are some there who will cause some problems. So, I'm just going to use steel, I guess. After just saying I just save steel. No, I won't. That's dumb. So what I'm thinking about here is wanting to leave this door available so I can close off in case Kelmar's getting overrun. I think instead I'll just make sure there's a mech here that can step in and protect him. Let's see. While we're waiting for the raid to come, we may be able to fill in this section. We'll see. I think it Drew. I appreciate it. I like my look too. Except I realized today that with this shirt and jacket, I should probably be wearing a lighter blue tie. And so after stream today, I'm going to order a lighter blue tie. I used to have one, but then it got lost somewhere. We'll get a new one for sure. So I want to make some more lamps through here. That was steel. I'm considering not putting on any more construction jobs, except for filling that hole down this way. Until all these walls get smoothed. Now, I've said that previously. Just has not been getting done. Drew, you're a new player in Rimworld. Awesome. Welcome to the world of Rimworld. I keep saying I'm going to eventually make a series of YouTube videos for brand new players. I just haven't done it yet, unfortunately. Maybe someday. I don't know if the stockpile zone is here. Let me get rid of that, and then allow the pollution pump to go into this zone here. And we're making more food. We're going to change off of carnivorous meals over to vegetable ones instead. I wish there were a way to link these jobs and say, make these only if these are not available. Like, say both of them. Make 20 of both. I guess the thing to do would just be, say, make fine meals in general. No, fine meals need both meat and veggies. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to say, like, unless between the two. I need some Rimworld, or some auction not included logic circuits for that. But for now, I'll just make a bunch more extra food. That's okay. Okay. Oh gosh, there's a lot of messages. The idea for your first run, it's for plants. I know nothing about mods, unfortunately. Yeah, chat, you might have some answers, but I know really nothing about mods at all. Yeah, I'm very, very sorry. Thank you, Sally, for offering some assistance, but yeah, if you ever have questions about mods, I'm just not the guy for it. The party's been called off because of the fire. No! I was very excited to have a little party before we go fight stuff. Happily, this wall will not catch on fire, so we can ignore that. If it eventually gets to the doors, that will cause a problem, but right now we're good. Why is the party called off? Weird. I'll sleep in the cold. Oh, he sleeps down here, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. He sleeps in here. Ah, there's no vent in this room. Temperature outside is 20, inside is 16. More steel, more steel. Okay. Well, it says I'm going to put down any more construction jobs, because I want my little buddies to get smoothing. Oh, little buddies. Oh, little buddies. A anonymous gifter. Thank you for gifting a sub to Silly Pseudonym. Silly, enjoy your emotes and such for 1 whole month. Anonymous, thank you for your generosity. Very kind of you. Whomever you might be, you've made some smiling happen here today. And one to Sally also. Sally, you enjoyed the emotes as well. Thanks, Anonymous. Thanks for being so generous to folks who are in the community. How much time do we have until the quest spawns? 0.9 days. 0.9 days, and then there we go. It's probably real sensible for me to bring all of my work mechs inside the base. So that's what there is called Firewall, I believe. Cool. Hey, and anonymous gifter. Thanks for gifting one to Drewski also. Or Drew Sovsky. Hope that's close. Very kind gifter. Very, very kind. And Drew, I'm sorry I don't have any great ideas on the modded play, but I do appreciate you coming and asking questions. I hope you enjoy. I hope it's a lot of fun, but I just don't know much about mods, unfortunately. Unfortunately. We're at the repairing part now. And after the repairing, we'll be able to get smoothing. I promise. Look who got out of bed! Look who's finally up and about! Oh, that's great! Dark Druid is finally free from bedtime. His clothes are terrible. But he's learning. He's actually factually learning. After 40 days stuck in bed. Cool. Now, do I have clothes available for you, or did I spend all the clothes making? I got no clothes. I got literally nothing. So, Kelmar's going to do some tailoring. Let's hold on cooking for now. And Dark Druid, you're 10 years old. Do I have a gun for you? I have this assault rifle. Well, Dark Druid, you're a real swell kid. I'm gonna need everyone to fight down here, unfortunately. So we have 2 shooters, and then Pepper's got no weapon. I guess I give Pepper EMP grenades in case... Yeah, in case a mech gets out of control, we can have little buddy Pepper hunk some EMPs in. That's right, hunk them. It's so good seeing him wake up a little bit, feel a little better. Oh, he's so desperate for any friendship at all. That's nice. That's real nice. I mean, desperation's not nice, blah, blah, blah. EMP grenades are safe enough for 4-year-old. As long as it doesn't have a pacemaker or anything, I think it'll be fine. Wait, you're harvesting? Oh, you're 10 years old. I forgot this kid is older than I thought he was. This because he's been in bed his whole life. So you want to be a constructor. You know what, kid? Go smooth some walls. That's one thing you can definitely do. Let's see here. The Dark Druid, Constructor in Chief, sir. Also, please help with firefighting. Good. And that's about it. Repairing power conduits. Oh, good job. Now, how far out does the playpen area go? Ooh, actually farther than I want right now. I probably expanded that to allow them to help with firefighting a while back, but as of now, we'll pull them back just inside the base, I think. Great. I did say I want to mine this out, but maybe a little later. I think I may just remove a portion of the playpen I do want. Nope, they can go repair here. That's good. Alright, time for some food. Come on, raid. 6 hives, a lot of hives. 0.6 days to go. With the 0.6 days, do I have time to finish filling this in if I have someone else come haul things? So what I'm going to do is something I probably should have done a long time ago. Make a stockpile zone here that's of critical importance that has only granite blocks inside of it. And then, though Kalmar sure doesn't want to sleep, I'm going to haul all those down. Whoop, 1 second. There we go. And then hope the construction bots come and help. Oh, you know what? Oh, this is a place I wish I had a third group. If I had a third group, I'd move my construction bots into that group to follow Kelmar on escort to go build there. However, I'd have to bring literally all of the worker bots out there. What I know, though, is that my worker bots are currently locked inside. So having Kelmar at great distance here might be a real dumb idea. But if I can get this filled, then I'll be very, very happy. So Kelmar lives here until this is done. I want to check and see exactly how much needs to be done before the infestation. 3 spots to go. Do you believe in miracles, friends? You think it's gonna get done? Or is the infestation just spawn right on top of them? That's the other real possibility here. I'm gonna hold my breath. Like we're passing a cemetery. Unfortunately, I locked some steel in. But there you go, team! Just like that, we've managed to make this area uninfestable again. Cool. I just clicked off some announcement. I don't know what it was. I mean, I know it was a Garland pod, but then something else popped up in a hurry. Also didn't mean to bring the world map open, but it was what? Whatever it was surely not of any importance. Unless it was the infestation. So 0.2 days left, so it's not gonna be the infestation. Cool. Oh goodness. Hey, Nasty, how's it going? It's awesome. It's awesome being here with you too. How's it going, my friend? Hope you're having a really good day. Whatever's going on. Oh gosh, friends, I have 4 minutes left. I gotta go. Oh boy, time is slipping into the future. Can you give me a follow? I mean, of course. Who wouldn't give me a follow? It's the cool thing to do. Our dude is still unfortunately learning starved here. I may want to put Kelmar onto taking care of children, just so he's able to help his learning go up. Now he's choosing not to learn right now. He could go look at the sky. Hey, Rogers Twitch, thank you for the Prime sub. I'm glad you're enjoying the show today. Nasty, a kind message in chat, a follow, and a new subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Rogers. Thank you, Nasty. I probably should say Roger, because that's possessive. So, Roger, thank you. Nasty, thank you. What kindness. What absolute kindness. I really appreciate your support of the old channel here. Still 3 minutes. I want to see where the infestation spawns before we say goodbye today. If I can do that, I'll be very pleased. All right, here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. Here it is. Here it is. So they're wanting to go interact with the old granite sarcophagus there. Giant insects. Insects? Giant insects. They are tunneling towards me. Will they all be inside the room? I would forbid this door for right now. This is a really nice spot to fight them. I wish I had the traps inside. If they were a little bit farther away, I could definitely drop the traps quickly. But what we want to do is remove the firewall zone from this area, just to get the little bots to go away for right now. Truthfully, I'm going to go ahead and remove all of this. That's fine. Here they come. There they are. They're all locked to the room. Wait a second. Interestingly, they spawned in different places. So that's 3. There are 3 more. They said 6, correct? We can find where they are by looking at the wildlife page. Alright, so all 3 of the megaspiders right here. The spellipedes. Megaspiders right here. There are no spellipedes. Maybe it's only the first half. Yeah, maybe they're all going to come right in here. They're taking over Yucca Mountain. Taking over my beautiful, beautiful waste spot. Also, temperature has changed slightly. It's negative 18 in there instead of negative 19. We'll fix that later. All right, team. I don't have time to fight this right now because I gotta go teach. So let me say thank you for being here. I enjoyed myself. Tomorrow we'll be back at 8:30 my time, which I think is like, what, 6:30 now in New York time? Something like that. Something like that. And so I will absolutely positively be here to play some more. Hopefully you can join me. If you like what you saw, consider throwing me a follow. I'll be back real soon. Appreciate your kind company. Appreciate the chatting, the viewing, whatever it is you do. Goodbye. Thank you. See you again soon. And Nasty, I prefer which one of my cats. I like them both the same, except I like Sasha more. Bye.